Good Wednesday, good Wednesday, good Wednesday. We back at it on a good Wednesday in the basement. Man, I'm glad everyone can be here with me, chilling, maxing out, having a good time. Hopefully, y'all somewhere safe and sound. If you're in the area of on the other side of the Mississippi, hopefully y'all warm and not still dealing with the cold and all this snow. And for all my brothers and sisters on the West Coast who are struggling and dealing with the fire, maybe the aftermath, my prayers go out to you guys as well. With that being said, man, I just wanted to come on tonight and just have a good time. One of the guys' show and channel I like to subscribe to, man, Grown Men Talking. You know, I normally go over there every once in a while. I get to drop in and chime in, come up on the channel and kick it with some of the guys like Chill. Of course, my man, Grown Man, Sister Kit be over there, the professor. You know what I'm saying? A couple of those guys be over there, man, just be hanging out, having good conversation. Well, one day I was over there on the channel and I just popped in. I didn't say nothing. I just popped in. I was just closing, doing a Sunday show on Lapifa Sunday. And I said, let me see what my brother doing. Just went live probably about an hour ago. I said, let me stop in. So it wasn't a long show, so I got to tail end. But what I was hearing on that tail end, man, was concerning. That's to say the least. I was concerned about the conversation. It said something about work husbands. Now, guys, I know it's a term we heard many of times before. We might have been a victim of work husbands ourselves. I experienced none of this. But I know what they're talking about. I understand. Not only work husband, they be called work wives as well. Don't let me leave the ladies out. Because what I was seeing, you had some people co-signing on this bullshit. But with that being said, we got to talk about it. We have to talk about it. And I'm glad my brother, Grown Man, had the conversation. I'm glad to hear different individuals' perspective. You know, I was surprised at some of the conversation, but at the same time I wasn't. Because some people feel it's okay. Some individuals said, hey, it's just a word. Doesn't mean anything. And when you hear stuff like that, man, I'm thinking to myself, how could you take marriage serious? Or does she take marriage serious? I mean, if it's just a word, so is a husband. But behind that word is a title that you bestow on your husband and a husband bestows on his wife. And you don't want to just throw that title just on anybody and say, it's just a word. That's some bullshit to me. But guys, look here, we ain't got to go no further in explaining myself. Let's go to the footage because we got proof of some of the conversation that was had. And we definitely, we definitely going to talk about it. It has to be talked about. It must be talked about. So with that being said, let's go to the beautiful footage. Like I said, make sure y'all tap in with Grown Man. And Grown Man, do me a favor, drop your link in the chat. If you can't, I will make sure I do that myself. I appreciate everybody stepping in. Hopefully, guys, while y'all popping in, y'all make sure y'all hit the like button. Even if you only pop in for a temporary bit, do me a solid, hit that like button. Shout out to my sister Red Lipstick 5. Shout out to her coming through with the fire intro. In case y'all didn't see that intro, it was by this lady right here. Tap in with her. She does good work. She also did an update on my sports intro, man. It was fire. You understand what I'm saying? Did a great job. Even implement my boy in there, my son, aka the point guard. So shout out to this sister. for doing such a great work. With that being said, my man Trey, man, well, Trey, where you been? I ain't seen you in a minute. Good to see you still amongst the land of the living, my brother. Right on. And of course, my man, grown man, the star of the show tonight. He stopped by and checked in. I appreciate you, big brother. My lovely wife is doing her job, being a great moderator that she is. Her doing a great job. I appreciate it. But with that being said, let me make sure I get this party started. But in the meantime, between time, I'll definitely make sure I drop the brother's link. Grown man, y'all make sure y'all tap in with that brother. Make sure you like, subscribe, and go check him out. Great content over there. I promise you will enjoy it, just like I did. And that's why we're talking about it now. Let's go.
All right. So let's get into it. I'm going to play a video. We're going to talk about them good old work husbands.
So before I go, I want to talk about this video is from tonight's conversation. So that's where he's referencing to. And I believe an individual came up and had a question about it. So with that being said, let's go.
Work husband. We talked about this a while back, but I wanted to kind of get into it so that way, because that's still a problem. Unfortunately, the things that I hear in the corporate world is something else. So with that being said, let's continue.
I can't wait to get into that.
Women don't want the men to cheat, but they'll go to work and cheat with their co-worker.
First of all,
that's what I'm talking about. They will. Your work husband covering your breaks.
Is having a work husband cheating?
Yes.
Or excuse me, once I get wasn't done. Or is that just men protecting women, right? Like when I come to work, when I come to work, you know, you make sure my salmon is already in the microwave. That was sweet. Or you told me about the person about to get fired. You told me it wasn't me. Thank you. But it doesn't necessarily mean I'm. You know,
those intimate conversations and intimate actions can be classified as cheating if the person receiving it
y'all ain't never had no friendships with men, and it shows.
Keita, yes or no? Is it inappropriate to flirt with a coworker so that he go get you a meal or cover a break?
If it's in a relationship, absolutely it's inappropriate. But sometimes as Black women, we were taught to survive.
Wow. Wow.
Nah.
Oh. Wow. Hey, Skinny. There's a point. Wow.
Skinny, what up, my guys? Shout out to you. And Kenny is in the building. Shout out to you. Yeah, tonight's conversation is done. So, what's up, y'all? Let's get into the topic. Work husbands. How do y'all feel about that? Like, does anything she say have any...
Let me say this before the party gets started. She set the tone. And she sounded crazy. So, guys, after hearing that, the way she set that tone, I'm not surprised about some of the answers I heard. I didn't get to see the clip of the video. So that was the first time I seen where they was referencing to. But the way she set that tone, I see why she encouraged some of these ladies' answers. I'm just saying. Let's keep it going.
Validity to it. Let's
yes.
talk about it.
Yes.
I agree.
I'm going to tell you, coming from being a former police officer, the safety issue. I've had multiple work husbands. I've never been a work wife. I've been a protector. So not to say,
what the fuck?
He's right here.
Jerome.
Are you saying it depends on the profession? Huh? Are you saying it depends on the profession? No. What I'm not saying anything universally. I'm giving my point of view. Okay. Which is, they would say things like with me like with the way that I'm driving or whatever. Hey Jones, you think you should be driving like that? Or Jones, have you gotten something to eat? I do the same thing for them. So they were my work husbands, thinking that they could do the same thing that my husband did, but I was never their work wife. So it is out of a place of protection, because anyone that was my work husband made sure that I was protected. I could barely do anything, but I was a Rottweiler, so I did everything. But so I say that the part that is valid to me is that work husbands are work husbands from a place of protection. That's what's valid. I'm not saying it's right. I'm not saying it's wrong. I'm just saying that's the way that it's classified, or I've seen it classified. Okay.
All right.
What
I
is
don't
that?
want to talk over nobody, but I'm just going to say that that was the most complete, utter BS I've ever heard in my life. Just,
Your face
All right,
is the
stop.
most complete, utter BS I've
Let
ever
it
seen
be.
in my life.
Let it be. I don't give a damn. We're going to roll with this. Check this
Go
out,
ahead,
ladies.
because you're going to roll right on off the cliff.
Check this out. See, work husbands aren't even described as that. You still talking over me? All right.
No, go ahead.
Work husbands isn't classified as that. See,
Shout out to my man Chia for calling that bullshit out. God damn. And the fact that I don't know if it's her boyfriend, her man, or her husband, is sitting right there. Man, it couldn't been me hearing my woman say that, my wife saying some shit. Yeah, Because, ma'am, I can't help what you did prior to me, right? I can't control that. That happened. But I need for you to be talking in the past tense. Because shout out to my man Luther Vandross. Here and now, you can't be talking in the presence and saying, my work husband talk. No, 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 no. No, man, we can't do that. We cannot do that. You can't be talking about work husband in the presence now that I'm in the picture. We can't do that. But guys, that's exactly what she doing. She talk about like I still got one. Jerome could kiss my grits. It is what it is. Now, how does this work? How do you have work husbands but you're not a work wife? Ma'am, that doesn't work. I don't believe that to be the case. Shout out to my man L. Cool J. He said, yes, that's exactly what you are. Because I don't see that to be the situation. You got a work husband, but you're not a work wife. It ain't none of that. I scratch your back, you scratch mine. Come on, man. This dude's getting you for it. You don't do nothing nice for him that you could was considered a work wife. No, you know what you are? Man, you a hoe. Yes. Shout out to LL Cool J. If y'all don't know about that radio album, y'all missing the treat. But man, I can't believe that. But let's keep going. Let's keep going because she's got to be the only one talking crazy. She has to be the only one feeling this way. I know these other sisters are not I know they're not in agreement. But I'm not going to judge. I'm just going to listen and hear what they got to say. Let's go.
Here's one thing. Fellas, understand this. Women will go to work and flirt with the dudes at work because they know they'll get deferential treatment. Deferential treatment means that 9 times out of 10, they ain't even got to do the damn job that they signed up for.
Preferential. It's preferential. I don't want you to be at your worst.
Not preferential. Deferential. Look it up because it's different. Preferential treatment. Yes, please look it up for me. Deferential treatment is totally different.
He wants y'all to know he knows other words than y'all.
Yes. So anyway, so check this out. Now, women will flirt with dudes, so they'll 9 times out of 10 they won't even have to do the job that they signed up for because they know there's going to be a sad simp that's going to sit there and pick up the pieces for it, right?
Why you calling him the other side? Why you calling him a name?
But it is what it is. You're going to get to know me soon. But look, check this out. But then there's the other half.
Oh, shit. The fact that woman has went quick up her to defend the bull crap. Said, why do you got to call him a name? That's concerning to me. Ma'am, did you not hear what she said? Did you just not hear what she said? Said this woman's go. We sound like we got a new member to the club of work husband agrees. Let's go and see what this sister has to say. I'm concerned.
By the time
the work husband, all right, fellas, fellas, and I stress this enough. If you are in a relationship and that woman's life is the same with as it is without you, yeah, she got a work husband, and that work husband is getting them draws. All right.
Oh my
That
God.
work
You,
husband,
you could have had
yes,
somebody before
indeed.
you said that.
Okay, and
You
now check this out.
could have swayed the weak-minded, the simpletons, but when you said that, everybody's out the door.
Nah, not everybody be out the door, but see, that's not the case.
She said you could have swayed the weak-minded, saying you could have convinced these men who to not be in agreement with, and if you don't agree, you weak-minded. Is that what you're saying, ma'am? Ma'am, is that what you're saying? Since you don't agree, you weak-minded. Now, Chill's right. First of all, let me say this. I don't agree with the part about if you can't change your life without. No, I don't believe that. It's just, Chill, to me, it's about a matter of respect. And that's disrespectful. And if you tolerate it, let me say this, man, you want to call somebody weak-minded. If you tolerate that bullshit, to me, you are weak-minded. Yeah, that's some weak-minded shit if you tolerate that and you okay with that and you accept that. Because please believe you me, if that shoe was on the other foot and one of those beautiful white snow bunnies was taking care of your man when you wasn't, huh? Snow bunnies don't deserve this hell I'm about to put on you, ladies. But it's got to be said. If one of these beautiful, well put together snow bunnies came through and called your man, Ronnie Rome, his work husband, huh? And you found out she's bringing Ronnie Rome a good old mayonnaise sandwich. Make sure he's well fed, making sure he's well taken care of, huh? Huh? She making sure Ronnie Rome got some nourishment, huh? When they in the break room, in a lunch area, or the office, are they out to eat? She makes sure Ronnie Rome got what he needs. She makes sure Ronnie Rome has an ear to listen to. Why? Because you at home being stubborn. Because you're not feeling like giving Ronnie Rome the goodies. So guess what Ronnie Rome? Ronnie said, I'm tired. I need to get this up off my chest. I need to talk to somebody about this. Is this how all women think? Is this how they all operate? And he's pouring out his heart to that beautiful snow bunny. And all of a sudden that snow bunny's smiling, being very feminine, very, very open and listening and willing to accept and do whatever you don't want to do, ma'am. Yeah, next thing you know, Ronnie Rome getting a hotel. Ronnie Rome sliding through that snow bunny's way. Ronnie Rome getting his rocks off. Why? Because you don't feel like it. Are you too tired? Are you not up to snuff? I get a headache. I'm on my miss. All the excuses every woman loves to give. Why we ain't getting no live action that night. But guess who ain't ready to give up no excuses? That beautiful snow bunny. She ready to get it in. Huh? That beautiful snow bunny ready to do whatever. Huh? She's on the ceiling fan. She climbing walls. She making things happen. And guess what? Afterwards, she give him that good. She give him that good live action. She topping him off. She ready to fix that man a mayonnaise sandwich, huh? She ready to feed Ronnie Rome and make sure he good. You know, lighting us fire up under his cigarette, making sure he has a good still drink, a cold beer, or maybe some of that Woodford Reserve on call. But you ain't doing half of that shit. You starfishing it. Come on, I'm tired. I ain't got all night. Huh? I'm just saying, don't I'm not telling you I really know these things. I know these situations. I ain't telling you I was a participant. I'm not saying that I maybe got involved in a situation like this when I was being trifling back in the days. I'm just saying these things happen. And when you got situations like this, that's what pops off. But look here, I ain't gonna keep talking. We ain't come to hear me. I mean, maybe you did a little bit. But let's go back to the video. But hey, before I do, guys, do me a solid. Hit that like button. Make sure you hit that like button. If you ain't subscribed yet, what you waiting on? Court order? Don't wait. Don't have me send the sheriff to the door. Go ahead and hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe. Let's keep going.
It's because look, we could just use that video that he just used. That whole thing got busted up by work husbands because they all sleeping with each other. Yeah. That dude that was talking. Every single one of them chicks on there. Every single one of them. And they all work husbands. Okay? Work husbands are dangerous. If you
how are they dangerous? How are they dangerous? I haven't heard you say anything that's dangerous yet.
If you are in if you are in a relationship, why it is that you feel the need to need a work husband? See,
you know, just because you classify something a certain way doesn't mean other people do. Because if you are a work husband, that means you trying to draw us, doesn't mean that we classify.
Hold on. One mic. Let Chill get it and maybe.
There's an old saying, said a hit dog holler, boy. They're guilties are hollering. They got issues. So, man, you telling on yourself, you ain't even took your stance on it, but you saying it with the way you defended it. I mean, you ready to step, you ready to go outside with this, my baby girl. What's your name? That's scary. Yeah, it's real scary that you are defending this hard for a work husband. Ma'am, sound like you got one or you currently in one. Let's keep on going, man. Jesus Christ. In the words of Boosie, Lord Jesus.
Thank you. The reason why work husbands are dangerous is because it exposes a woman's weakness. If your woman is weak, then it's kind of like Chris.
Thomas, I'm just up here just sharing the message, man. Just being honest. I appreciate you stopping by, my brother. I promise you I do.
Brown, you know how Chris Brown got chicks paying what $2,500 just to take a picture with him? But that man can't even get a sandwich. What?
No.
That don't
make no sense.
How it don't make no sense? Tell me how it don't make no sense.
That makes no sense. I feel like I was saying, I feel like you're telling on yourself. I feel like you're saying what you would do if you was on the other side of the work husband situation. If that means that you would sleep with a woman because she considered you your work husband, and that's between you, your guy, and the woman. But that don't mean that that's what we're going to do. There's nothing wrong with having a work husband to protect, provide, and serve.
But Chill, but you have to remember, Chill is coming from a place. Chill is coming from a place where he thinks that women.
Did this heifer just give a? Did this heifer? Oh Lord Jesus! Did this heifer just give her the title of a husband? Work, provide, and serve. Man, that's what your husband to do, even at work. He's supposed to provide some type of provision and protection while you're at work. Doesn't matter just because you at the workplace. Don't mean he's not providing some type of form of fashion. But man, you willing to give your work husband the same goddamn title. Man, you got a questionable mindset. And I'm concerned. That woman is a God. Ma'am, I know you are God. Brother Bernard, man, it's good to see you. It's been a while. Glad to see you around with us, big brother. Brother Bernard said, she will not be getting married. She will not be. Bernard, the sad part about it, I don't know if she's married already or not. Some sucker already, maybe already married her ass. Some sucker already blessed her with the last name. And if he's hearing this and he's okay with it, she got the right one. Let me go as far as this. Candace's girl up top, her man is right beside her. Co-sign. I'm not saying co-sign. He may be angry as hell. He might be ready to put hands and feet on. Now, please believe you me, I'm not condoning violence. But he may be boiling mad. He just don't want to act a fool on camera. My brother, grown man talking, need to be having an update on this, saying their significant others or their mans, if they have them, had a conversation with them on the show, and it wasn't nice. And they said, we are now against. They need to be like politicians and backpedaling. We are now against work husbands. Work husbands are the devil. And if they don't have that conversation, I'll put something in the comments saying that, these dudes are the weak-minded dudes. She was just calling a man. But let's keep going.
The only thing that we are valuable for to him is to collect the thing that makes babies.
Hell no. What? Oh my God. No, I've never said nothing like that.
I agree. Okay. I agree that men exist in a corporate world or in a corporate setting. They exist, and that's their dating pool. So unfortunately for those particular men who have to simp, who have to wait around for a woman, whether she's in a relationship, whether she's single or not, to just have a weak moment, or she comes in, she looks sad. So there are men and women who play on that, who know those things. That you're going to be at work majority of your day. So yeah, you have to go home. But essentially, if you brought home at work and it's written all over your face that something's wrong, a lot of people play on those like weaknesses or weak moments or insecurities, especially if there's like trouble or drama in your home life. But if I'm in a relationship, let me explain something to you. Work, home, the bar, the club, church, I'm gonna work it out with I'm not about to go and let some other man.
I think we're going too far. I think we need to define what work husband is. Like because I have a work husband doesn't mean that I'm cheating on my man. Like, and I feel like a man at the bar is different from a work husband. Maybe we ought to define what a work husband is, because I don't think I would ever want to claim any other man as that role.
Exactly.
I would as a
I'm not attacking. Oh yeah, I got a work husband. What?
Boy, this scary woman is dangerous. I think it's Ashley. She's speaking truth. I wouldn't want to claim another man as my husband anything. That should be the mindset of every lady up here. But unfortunately, 2 of these ladies out of the 4 are okay with it. 2 of these ladies out of 4 are defending it and going hard. Let me say this. Now, hold on. I'll try this. This is a different Ashley. This Ashley hasn't been up here before, as far as I know. So you may be talking about another Ashley. Now if you look at them, they kind of look similar. They do. And somebody said, I think She'll said something about it on the show. But I think this is a different Ashley than the one you talking about. I think the other Ashley, she's in the military. So she's not up here today. So I think it's a different Ashley. But with that being said, man, this is crazy. Oh, man. Let's keep going, man. I appreciate Ashley saying it's not okay, it's not acceptable. This is not how we should be moving and operating, ladies. This is not how it should be going. Because I take the mindset, if you're not speaking against it, you for it. If you're not letting it be known that, yeah, I don't agree with that. That's and you just sitting there watching it go down and accept, yeah, I think you for it. I think you in agreement. You pro-work husband to me. I'm just saying, let's keep going.
What happened? Yeah, would you want him to have a work wife? That's the question.
Hell no.
Exactly, they don't. Because they know what it entails.
But see, that's where the compartmentalization comes in. I know that it's just a word. And my ex-husband knew everyone. My ex-husband knew everyone in my crew. everyone, they had each other's phone numbers. So if it was me and he had a work wife that did a certain thing that I was not doing, like, you don't need someone to bring you your lunch, because I pack you with lunch and snacks and breakfast every single day. Hold on. So if for me it's different, because I was a cop. I'm coming from my perspective, not anyone else's, not any other situation. If I was in a different profession, it would be different. But I'm coming from being a cop. When I say my work husbands, I'm saying it's because they feel like they can tell me what to do. And most things, because they're my partners, I do concede to them as men. I even have work moms or work girlfriends. I even had work girlfriends who, nah, you can't wear that. Who you think you are, my girlfriend type of stuff. So to me, it is just a word, because I have the frame of mind and the intelligence to understand that when I'm using a certain thing, I can use that same word and mean something completely different. So if you do it, like she was saying, if you do it because you're gonna smash or whatever the case may be, as opposed to just applying a certain name to something, then that's the way you do it. But not everybody does it for that reason, or not everybody.
Why can't he just be your colleague? Right?
He can't be the colleague. He can. It's because we're talking about something specific. So I'm addressing it.
But then when you use the word work husband, right, that's where the problem is.
I wouldn't call them the work husband, but it's what they are.
What? No, they're not. They're your colleagues. That's what they are.
They're not work husband in the context
those
that
two terms,
you
I think, are
frame it.
synonymous.
Yes, they're synonymous. They're not work husbands.
So let's break this down a little bit. Right? Let's break this down. You said you pack your man a snack, lunch, all of that, so he doesn't need anything from a quote unquote work wife. What if he wants an extra snack that you didn't pack? Would you be okay with a woman? Would you be okay with a woman?
I'm going to answer your question. If it's that one day that he wanted another snack and she had it, he has money in his pocket and he has DoorDash.
But I would not
yeah, so it is very circumstantial. So but if it's this one woman is bringing him something every day and not everybody else, the dynamic that he works in doesn't allow for that to sit right. The dynamic I worked in did, but it was only, let's say I'm at the front desk. The men in my crew made sure I ate when.
Jesus Christ. So it's okay when you do it, but it's dead wrong when I do it. Because circumstances doesn't warrant for that to happen. Well, since I'm an officer of the law, a peace officer of the law, and I have partners, multiple men who feed me. And it don't sound like food is the only thing they stuffing in your goddamn mouth. But what I'm saying is you have multiple partners and they feeding you, ma'am, taking care of you, worry about your safety, making sure you got the right clothes on. I bet they are, because they worry about how to get them off. While they on the beat, the only thing they not beating, please believe, the only thing is not only getting beaten is them streets, they beating your back out. Ma'am, you need to stop this, because you sound like a, yeah, you looking real bad. You know why? Because you were, yes. Ma'am, everything about this work husband scenario you describing is bad. And the fact that you are okay with it, and this dude is sitting there right next to your black ass, and he ain't, look here. Let me say this. I'm appreciate my man showing a level of professionalism, and he ain't saying nothing. I don't know if he was in the chat just going crazy, talking about, no, I ain't agreeing with that. I don't know. I wasn't even looking at the chat. But the fact that he's doing this, and she's saying this, yeah, we got to have a conversation after. And she said her ex-husband. I see why he no longer your husband. Probably because he got tired of when he got with you, another man's juices was all up in your all up in your drawers. Your partners, your so-called work partners, already had a taste, and your own husband is getting sloppy seconds, thirds, and maybe fourths. My man Trey said, dump her. Man, look her. That might be Trey. That might be why she's calling him her ex. Dude, this is crazy. And she is going hard for this. She's ready to fight Chill. She's ready to fight Ashley and anybody else who you in the chat, she'll fight your ass. She's disagreeing and standing up for her very right. Man, let's keep going. I got to get through this because this shit is crazy.
Most people, their crew members would not. They made sure I ate. If it was something that I needed at that moment and my husband could not provide it in that moment, they made sure I had it. Or if it's just friendship, but it's classified as work husband. For me,
my wife is not going to have anybody bringing her food to work. My wife is
no, they're not. You don't understand. They're not bringing it to work. They're picking it up from the restaurant. Listen, you're jumping.
I mean, look how hard she's fighting. She's fighting the host. Host, I will fight you for my work husband. I don't care what y'all saying. They go into the restaurant, they get me something too every time. Why? Because it warrants it. But my husband, he better not. It doesn't call for it. It doesn't call for that snow bunny to be rolling up on my man Jerome. Throw on that Bobby Womack. Well, if y'all don't know, that's a reference to an old school hip hop song back in the days. That's what it was called, back in the days. That song's called Back in the Days. He said, Jerome, throw on that Bobby Womack. No, girl, I'm going way back. That's what he said. And then you hear that Teddy Pendergrass in the background. That's what he uses as, I guess, he's sampling Teddy Pendergrass. Love TKO. Let's keep going. Boy, I'm having flashbacks. Boy, hip hop ain't like it used to be back in the day. But I don't want to get off. I don't want to derail the show. Let's go.
Listen, I used to drive a patrol car. They drove a patrol car. I'm sitting at the front desk and I cannot leave because that's my assignment for the next 2 hours. They go and get my lunch before the place that I like closes to bring it to me. They didn't pay for it. I pay for it. But they're doing this so that I can have that, even if they were on the other side of town. So you're...
Man, but you know how you pay for it? I think every man in the audience has an idea how you pay for it, man. Turn off the lights and light a candle. I want to give you a special little treat. Let's take a shower together. I'll wash your body and you wash my. I think we know how you really paid for it. Let's keep going. Let me stop, boy. Let me before I get myself in trouble. Rub me down in hot oil, baby. Dun, dun. Come on, let me stop. I'm gonna stop.
Your wife can't have male friends. Your wife can't have male friends.
No,
but you can.
Male friends,
female friends.
I have people that I work with, women that I work with, women that I'm cool with, women that I do business with. But to sit there and be like, oh, I got a whole bunch of girls as friends. No, I don't. And my wife can't
add to that. I didn't say a whole bunch. I said so. You're saying that she can't have.
Here's where we work together with friendships between the opposite sex. If she's married and he's married, we bring a friendship together. That's it.
There we go.
That's it. That's all that happens here.
So there's
There's
no
no my
separate.
wife on.
To me,
There's
I feel
no
like,
my wife.
the word we're missing here is trust. We don't trust our partners to have friends of opposite sex.
It ain't that.
No, listen, Matt, listen.
Y'all are trying to frame things differently than I'm saying it and not taking it for as simple as what I say it is.
We done moved on from what you said.
We are
We have not. We're still talking from that point. He's defending something. I'm not talking to you, Phil.
You don't have to.
You've moved on. You've been moved on. You have not even been here. You've been in your own world.
Right. Jerome, run.
No, okay, chill. Watch your fucking mouth.
Run, brother.
No, hey,
run.
Hey.
Watch your mouth.
Run.
Watch your mouth.
Run, Jerome.
So we gonna get into this calling stuff out.
In context of what Candace is saying, have had
Look at this bullshit. A brother trying to save another brother, and she got attitude. Watch that fucking mouth. Watch your mouth. No, chill. You keep telling Jerome. Matter of fact, you hit Jerome on the hip. Well, I'm telling some old school. You remember back in the day when you want to give a call, hit him on that beep or that pager, that two-way, huh? On your celly. Come on, man. I'm showing my age now. You hit Jerome on the hip, let that man know, hey, dog. You okay with what she talking about? You hear what she's saying? What she doing? What she may be currently doing? You okay with that, dog? Man, that dude might come to chill, start crying. No, man, I ain't okay with it. What can I do? He told you what to do. He said, run, Jerome. Run. She said, watch your mouth. Watch your effing mouth. God bless. Let's keep going. She really mad. She big mad now. Now they really calling her on us and Chill trying to give her man some good advice. Get the hell up out of there, dog. What did my man Arnold Schwarzenegger say back in the day? Run to the chopper. Run to the chopper. Shout out to Predator. Boy, it was a great movie back in 1980. I want to say about 86. Great movie. Let's keep going.
Male family members in that line of profession. I understand what she's saying in terms of they're watching their six, they're together in the patrol cars, they're doing this thing. I understand in terms of that, sure. But in terms of what the man was talking about in the video and at work and the corporate desk job and this and that, and you passing notes and you message it, it's real easy to throughout the day communicate with a man that's not your man. And so the comfortability part, the window of opportunity, that small little, let's talk about it. What you going through? This and that. I feel like in terms of a work husband or what that consists of, it's let me make sure all your needs are met while you're here at work, where your husband is not. So if I say to my man, I'm hungry, and my man knows, like, okay, cool, I'm hungry, I got this going on, he's gonna order the food. That man that I'm friends with, I can be friends with the man at work. That's not what we're saying. But I'm saying in terms of calling him something bigger than what it is, I will never give you that title of being a work husband because I value what my husband should be. My husband is gonna make sure my needs are met. So he's gonna DoorDash my food if I'm hungry. And my friend, he can go get it and bring it to my desk. That's fine, but I'm gonna tell my man about it. Yeah, I got friends. I got friends at work. I got friends at every single job that I've ever been at. They look out for me if I'm flying through. I worked for the government before, so if I'm flying through, okay, cool. They're gonna bring me and my man through, or I'm gonna be on the phone with my man. It's never nothing that I can't communicate with my husband. But I'm not calling no man my work husband. Period. That's just me. But I'll have friends at work, no problem.
So are we saying it's the term, or are we saying that friends at work who may from time to time do something?
Shout out to my man Thomas Ford for the 199 super chat. Big brother, I appreciate you. He said, leave them scallops at the restaurant. Hot damn, I know that's right. Shout out to my brother for the $1.99 super chat. He didn't have to, he chose to. And I appreciate the blessings. Thank you, sir. Let me say this. Oh, my man Trey's on her neck, ain't she? He's on Ashley's neck. He said, Ashley is foolish. I don't believe a word she's saying. God. Trey don't even want to give that girl a benefit of the doubt. The hell with you. You're a liar. He said, you a liar. Ashley, you a liar. God damn. man than you are. Let's keep going. Well, I go fool with Trey with the crazy ass.
Thing for her, and she can depend on that.
It sounds the same. Like
it is, but I'm respecting her.
It sounds the same.
But I'm respecting her point of view. I'm respecting her point of view, and now saying so. Now her bringing that up. Now, are we talking about the fact that we're just saying it's a work husband, or there are people at work that are work husbands? We're just not claiming them as so. Are we talking about the idea or the title?
No, so for me, I don't play with the title at all, but for the terms of profession that you were in, I understand the concept of why it becomes that, why it becomes so easy for this to be that, or like in a hospital setting or something like that. In terms of those professions, to where I have to make sure that you're staying alive, literally. Like I'm literally protecting your life. That is something completely different. In terms of any other job where I don't have to protect your life, I don't have to serve, protect, make sure that you you know what I'm saying? Like I don't have to make sure that you're living and breathing beyond this point. Outside of making sure that you can eat, making sure that you could, you know what I mean? Like those things in terms of your emotions. No, I'm not giving that to no other man.
Hey Ashley, you said hospital. I want to ask you a question. You personally, you worked in a hospital before?
Yes.
All right. So let's just be honest and let's keep it a buck. How many of your co-workers was up there just straight swap spit and slapping cheeks?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. A whole bunch of work husband activity was going on up there, right?
Yep, exactly.
Because I'm going to tell you, especially in the police force,
And I'm gonna be honest, that's why I think that the title does matter, and that's not something that I personally, because I can.
Y'all see what Candace trying to do? Now she's trying to talk to her man while on camera and explain to him, "No, baby, you know I ain't doing that." Man, the fact that you think it's okay, you fighting this hard, I wouldn't believe. If I was wrong, I wouldn't believe a damn word you say. I'm just waiting for your damn nose to start growing like Pinocchio. You're lying so that much. You know why? Because you are. Yes. I'm just saying, man. Jesus Christ. Every word you come out of your mouth, I'm thinking, it's heifer lying. She lying her goddamn ass off. Let's keep going.
Let me speak for myself. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not giving that title out, and I'm not jacking that anyway. That's not gonna happen.
I get you. But see, that's not where I was going with that. When I was going with how important that fellas understand how the work husband situation go on, because these weren't people who were single doing this stuff. I know you know people who were married, who was in relationship, and they still went to work and did what they did. Correct?
Correct. And that's why I feel like it can't be circumstantial. So like the one day this man does this thing for me or whatever, because one day turns into 1 week to where it's consistent enough for a man or a woman, to pick up on whatever your partner may have been slacking in. And then at that point, by that time, you don't even realize really that you're getting it. You're just not getting it from your person. You're getting it from somebody consistently. And that's the problem.
Hey, look, hey, tomato. I just wanted to make sure the fellas understood that. Look, you cannot. No, I agree with what she's saying, but all I'm simply saying is, fellas, you cannot compete with. I'm not saying compete with it, but you have to be in a position where you can shut off a woman's hypergamy. If, like I said, if her life is stressful, if her life is the same with or without you, oh yeah, she gonna be up there shopping for a work husband, because that's how it goes down. Especially if she's
for a work husband.
Yeah, like that's not how that.
Hey, Candace.
He's had a lot of issues in his life.
Like there's some trauma.
Oh wait, let's not.
Oh my God.
Candace, I've been a work husband. I know how to. I've been a work husband. I've been there listening to what the girl had going on in her relationship. Then, a couple months later, we're behind a dumpster at lunchtime. So I'm just saying, I've been there. So I'm not comfortable. I'm not comfortable with a work husband, because when something's going wrong with your work wife, the same way. If something's going on wrong with your relationship, that person's gonna know. You're gonna have a conversation with them, and that's gonna, like I said, it's gonna open the door up. And at some point, you're gonna be in the car doing something you ain't got no business. Oh, I didn't mean to do that.
They was gonna do it anyway.
Yeah, they're gonna do it regardless. So having a work husband, if you have the kind of wife or the kind of husband that's gonna cheat on somebody behind a dumpster, they're gonna do that regardless. So to me, we're giving that title.
Okay, was a dumpster a hotel room?
Man, you cheating right now. The fact that you call another man husband What is work husband, church husband, whatever husband, you calling a man who is not your actual husband, whose last name is not yours, you are cheating right now when you do that, ma'am. You're already getting the party started. You open the doors for situations to happen, like what my man Professor talking about. It's only a matter of time. That's all it takes, because you ladies are so emotional. Y'all start to get to talking, getting to being vulnerable with a man who's not yours, who doesn't belong to you, who is not your husband, who has no no ties to you other than work, and you spilling your goddamn guts. Matter of fact, you telling them shit you ain't even told your goddamn husband. You don't think that's cheating? Oh, you got to actually go out there and receive the D. Is that what it is? You got to be in the midst of topping off before you consider that cheating, huh? Or you got to give that man a simple kiss before you consider that cheating. No, it ain't inappropriate conversations. You don't consider that? That wouldn't be a door opener to the cheating? Well, if that's not for you, it is for me. Can't have that. Well, shout out to my man Mike Sinclair. Can't do it. Let's keep going, man. This is crazy.
Trip, so y'all take a corporate trip, you end up in a hotel room, in a car. It doesn't matter. It's gonna happen somewhere, somehow. It don't. And I know the most faithful women still cheat on their wife. We still cheat on their husband. So I didn't want to hear. So even if you look at Steph Curry's wife, Aisha, she talk about how she don't feel good because she don't get the same attraction she gets from men. You're married to a multi-million-dollar dude, right? Who's seemingly on paper is a good guy, and you still are talking about you still want to attract some other guys.
That's her heart.
But that's a lot of women. So I don't want to hear just her. There's a lot of women out there that are like that. There's a lot of men out there that are like that as well. So I don't want the work husband, work wife is not a good thing to have. Period. Point blank.
Professor came up there and dropped the bomb, and they was ready to fight him too. Look, you about to get hands and feet put on you, Professor. You're not going to speak ill about the work husband. My work husband's a good man. Tony, a good man. He treats me well. He buys me lunch. He buys me dinner. He shines my shoes, clean my gun when I need it because I'm a police officer woman. He makes sure I'm clocked in. When we on roll call, he there for me. He makes sure I'm good, give me the nod. You know what's up. But that nod really means I meet you at Hotel 112 where the players dwell. He paying for the room. I ain't paying for it. My work husband got me. I bet he do. Why he steady they knocking you down. And all the while your husband at home thinking everything's good. Ain't that a Ma'am, you know what you are. Yes. God, let's keep going.
To be married.
And this is what I'm saying. Like when you're married, you're in a relationship. There is a thing where we got to keep it real. We're all human beings. Are we above like doing things that are out of our norm? Yeah. This is why you don't open certain doors. You never allow someone to get close to you like that, right? Especially when you're married. You don't allow someone to get in your space. So this work husband thing, if he knows he's the guy bringing you, most men, if he's attracted to you, he wants to sleep with you. You know that. We all can say that. Mm-hmm. We all can say that. The only reason why the man is not sleeping with you is because you said no.
Exactly.
It's because you set the boundaries. But it doesn't take away from the fact that he wants to do it. So how can your husband possibly be comfortable with another man being around you, knowing that he wants to sleep with you? You give him the title husband in any type of form, knowing that. But that's what I'm saying, how it comes across. You got to think how men might look at it, right? If you were married, how your husband would look at that. No husband wants their wife calling any man in any circumstance husband.
So we're talking about calling them that, not them actually being that. Because the question I answered was this. The question hold on. The question that I answered that you asked was, is there anything about what?
You know, I think somebody called her masculine. Her masculine says, hold on, let me get my point off. No, man, you know, you said enough. Let's be honest. Heifer, you said enough. You said enough for a lifetime, the way you've been talking. And then your girl, that's scary. Yes, you are. Because the scary part about it, you're co-signing with it, and I think you're doing the same damn thing. Talking about, well, that they was going to cheat, they was going to cheat. Ma'am, I believe my wife said it best right here. I know someone who was flirtatious at work. Had a work husband, and she eventually had an affair with the work husband. Both her and the work husband were married to other people. That's what happens. That's what that stuff turns into. You think it's just an innocent little thing. Oh, it's just a title. It's just something we just play around with, joke around with. It ain't serious. Let me tell you what's going to happen. That one time Jerome don't do right, don't take the trash out when you want to, he piss you off, he forget your birthday. I don't get you the right gift that you were supposed to get for Valentine's Day. And you had to work that next day. You know what you're doing? You go and talk to the work husband. Work husband ain't got nobody. He wish he had somebody. He was lonely than a mug at night. Matter of fact, he ran out of lotion. He was so lonely. And guess what he gonna do with you? He gonna be the good listener. Guess what he gonna do that while he a break? He out on lunch, picking you up. He gonna get you that gift. He gonna stop by that jewelry store. That same jewelry store you told him your husband should have stopped at and got that bracelet that you really wanted, that tennis bracelet, huh? He gonna pick it up. And he gonna tell you, no, it's just because. Yeah. And you know what you're gonna tell your husband when you get home after you see that new tennis bracelet? He said, I bought it because you didn't buy it for me. But all the while you lying, covering up. Because who really bought it? Your work husband. Couple months down the road, he's still listening, paying attention, hearing your needs and your wants and your desires. And now guess what he's doing? He's taking the opportunity to feel them even more so. And now you feeling some type of way, look guilty. Well, maybe I should break Tony off. Because Tony been acting like he been wanting me. He been looking at me. Tony been staring me down, looking at me like I'm a piece of meat. I got this new perfume on. My husband didn't compliment me about it. Jerome didn't compliment me about it. But guess who did, Tony? Now guess what Tony do? Tony smelling that perfume from the back. I ain't got to say no more. Y'all know what I mean. Now, Candace is bent over in the hotel room getting Tony's little man. I'm just saying. Let's keep going.
She says that you guys agree with her. She had some validity to. And my validity was the idea of work husband, that it's valid in the sense of protection because of my profession. So my idea of it, would I ever call someone my work husband while I'm married? No. Would I ever classify them as that? No. But with the understanding of how many different ways it's classified for a man protecting me, that's my husband.
Ma'am, you was just sitting there saying when you was married to your ex-husband, you was calling him your work husband, but you wasn't a work wife. Ma'am, you were. Stop the bull, man. You capping like hell, man. You need to stop this. Just admit you was what you was. You was a work hoe. I mean, look, that's what you was. And Jerome don't have no issues with it. Because this Negro just sitting there, probably like old lap dog, ain't saying a goddamn thing. Probably ain't put shit in the chat. Ain't say, hey, calm down. I need to talk to you. Ma'am, we understand what you really was. And it's written all over your face. You don't have to say a word. Let's keep going.
Job, but he's not there to do that, and that is their job. So he's protecting me. but I will not call him that or give him that. It's just I'm being definitive in it.
Okay.
All right.
Let's say out of that type of position, like the law enforcement, fire, just a regular white collar position. What's the difference between that, Candace?
So that the thing I'm only thinking about my safety. That person, they're not required to keep me safe. They're not required to watch my back. We come from different forms of life, and we're not trained in the same certain ways. So it's different. I'm not going to allow someone to get that close because I'm going to always have that. And there is no choice.
Right.
You're gonna get that close.
All right, let's just go through these real quick. All right, we have a $5 super chat from my guy Blockchain. Shout out to him.
Has given us
50 new membership.
our conversation. It's been one of those good old memberships today.
All right, so
Get in there.
so let's continue with the show. Chill, what you was about to say?
You know, we doing all this jumping from left to right to left. Listen, the whole work husband thing, man, it's been a thing since forever. You know what I'm saying? It's been a thing since women was allowed in the workforce. Has it not? We understand that. And now I just be talking to the fellas. Fellas, listen, you got to make sure your woman got something to lose. Because when they got something to lose, they don't want to risk. They be too scared to risk it. It might be tempting. It might be on their mind. But if they actually got something to lose, she ain't dumb enough to risk it.
Yo, love it.
At the end of it,
Sheila, you giving way too much credit. You talking about an emotional being. They will take them penitentiary chances. A person like Candace, she was taking penitentiary chances. Now, maybe that's why he's now her ex. I don't know. A woman like that's scary. She take penitentiary chances. Look her. Candace ain't talk about it in the past tense. She got a work husband now. Matter of fact, let me say this. I go even further than this. I'm speculating. I'm just assuming. But Jerome may have been the work husband. Let that sit in y'all spirit. Maybe Jerome was the work husband, and that's why he's sitting over like a good old lapdog, ain't saying nothing, just accepting all of this bullcrap because he know how he got her. I'm just saying, man. This is crazy. Let's keep going. Let's see what they have to say. Let's hold on. My buddy Kip been up here quiet as kept. Kip, what you? I need to know what's on your mind, ma'am. Are we gonna get a full trifecta? Because now Ashley's starting to sound like she's on the side. So Trey, you might be right. Ashley full of shit. I might have spoke too soon. Kip, what you got to say about this? I'm curious, ma'am.
they you know, I'm trying to be the devil's advocate at the end of the day, but I don't think that I don't think any women on this cast, and you know, correct me if I'm wrong, would do something that their husbands felt and deemed to be disrespectful. So if me calling another man my work husband, if my husband or my fiance did not like that, then I wouldn't do it. I don't think any woman on here would.
But should your husband have to tell you he doesn't like that? Shouldn't you just know that that's wrong?
I don't know about that. I don't know. Because I mean, it's a joke. Like, it's a joke. It's a joke.
No, like I honestly, for me, and again, this is for me personally, I can't take it as a joke because I don't take marriage lightly, and that's me. So whereas other people may not value the title, because it is important for you to honor and respect your husband, your actual husband. I'm not gonna lightly just say like, okay, it's cool to have a work husband. So I'm not gonna give any man, and again, not saying that you can't have people that look out for you at work or people that, you know, they're on your team. They're with you throughout the day. They understand certain things. That's where boundaries come in. That's where discernment comes in. Those things are important to have as a human being, because any moment of weakness, any type of, I'm just not giving you that access. Me personally, I'm gonna go through it on my own. Other people, they may not be as strong-minded. They might want to talk somebody ear off. Like, yeah, I got these problems at home, This is what my man is doing. This is what such and such and such. And the longer people will wait years for their moment, men and women will wait years and be called the friend, the special friend at work, and wait for you to get weak enough. Like, okay, yeah, let's talk about it. Let's go somewhere. Let's step outside of work. I don't play them games. So,
but it sounds like you're saying they can do
it.
work husband characteristics. You just don't want to use that nomenclature. Like you don't want to use that.
Good coworker, not husband characteristics. You can
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, a work friend, work husband.
Even if I was single,
but I'm not giving. It's almost like I can't go to work and not expect to participate in meetings without being a good coworker, without being a good colleague or person on the job. That doesn't qualify me to listen to your problems that you're going through, or that doesn't qualify me to feed you, or that doesn't qualify. Like, I don't have to do or go above and beyond my job title to make sure that you're good at work. I don't have to do that.
Yeah. If a man came up to you and he started telling you his problems, you would say, no, I don't want to hear your problems because I have a husband. I don't want to disrespect him.
I'm going to set a boundary and I'm going to be like, that's really not for me to discuss with you. Like, I understand you might be going through something or whatever the case may be. Find a therapist, find Jesus, I literally, I'm not even playing. I'm very serious. Like, I don't.
That's how she is, real talk.
I'm not joking. Like, that's me personally. I'm not doing that, because once I open that window, you feel like, okay, cool. Now tomorrow or the next day or next week, you're going to come up to me and tell me about some more of your problems.
Has that happened to you before? I'm trying to understand. Like, yes. Oh,
yeah.
That's
right. People will literally wait for their moment and then be like, "Oh, I always looked at you." No,
man.
No, because I was nice.
That's how she is. Like, for real, it's like that.
Yeah, because I was nice or I was kind, and I am a giving person, and I would give you, like the shirt off my. If somebody needed it, if they was going through something, they're grieving, like I go through a lot of stuff. So it's like, I understand people may need that shoulder. I'm not about to be it.
Oh, I'll be somebody's shoulder. People have problems.
Oh, I bet. I know you'll be a great shoulder. You've been a shoulder plenty of times, haven't you?
Right shoulder.
Whoa, wait.
No. I'm just saying. It comes to work.
People have their problems. People have problems.
That's not your job.
People have problems. People be suicide. It be all types of things, and you just never know. Like, I would never be like, oh no, your problem.
We need one less person.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
Don't say the F word. Don't say the S word.
I'm not gonna say it. I know what she said though, but people have literally spoken to me. Multiple people have confided in me, and they naturally just start talking. And I understand. What I can do is I can give you podcasts. I can give you different outlets for you to watch, read, look at. Those are things that you can find on your own, because that's your job, your responsibility to work through what it is that you have going on. And you find those resources. I can't be the go-to for all of those things, especially as an empath. You hear all these stories. I can't watch the news for certain things. It's just too heavy. It's too heavy. So I can't hold it for everybody else, because then I start to feel it, and I'm not doing that. So I'm not taking on what you got. I can't. But I can give you resources though.
I'm sure HR has a phone number. You can get a phone number too to talk to someone.
That is so cold. That's so cold.
No,
it's not cold. It's
not when you're married and you are of the Christian faith. It's not the real Christian faith. It's not when you're married, because it's about protecting and making sure that the devil doesn't get a foothold into your marriage. So everything, even that communication, because I agree on that. I will only talk to a man up to a certain extent, and if it seems like he needs a continuation thing, I'll recommend him to somewhere else or help him find somewhere that he can get that, because I don't want to introduce that into my relationship at all.
We already for sure, but not just like, whoa, buddy, you're telling me a story. Wait, my husband. No.
I don't necessarily think it's like that. I think it's just because it's kind of like, it's natural for us to be defensive when there's offense. So I don't think it's not like that initially. I think it is, okay, now I'm starting to feel uncomfortable with you feeling like you can come back to me. It's okay if I was just there and my spirit showed that I was that one. But even if it is, my spirit shows that I'm open and I can help you heal. I cannot do that if I'm in union with someone else. And even if I wasn't in union with someone else, if I know that I'm not looking towards that, I know he's going to connect to that. So I'm going to send him to a man, because only a man in a higher position can help him.
Yeah.
I can. I'm a woman. That's not my position.
If
So
you're
y'all don't have male
if
friends?
you're the light,
Out of
you're
curiosity,
I do not have male friends. I don't have one male friend. Not
you yourself are the light. You yourself are the light. You know how to heal yourself. You know how to heal other people. You know how to be that person, that shoulder, that.
Come on, Candace. Now, ma'am, you've been lying the whole damn time you've been up here, ma'am. Come on, Candace. Now you ain't got no man friend, but you got that work husband. How does that work? Man, you just saying any goddamn thing and hoping it sticks. And unfortunately, you have younger women who will listen to this bullcrap and think it's okay. Matter of fact, let's go to one. My friend Travel One comes through. Normally comes through, say hi, pass through. Travel One, hope you hit that like button while you're here, ma'am. Hopefully you did. But she dropped by and posed a question. She says, greetings, Mr. and Mrs. Hink. So by to say, have a good evening. If a wife works, the question is why. If he can't pay all the bills, don't talk about her work. Just saying. Let's continue. Black women have always worked, so it's puzzling why this always comes up with black men. The wife works place. It's sort of known that black women work. On that note, again, enjoy your evening together. So, Travel One, it sounds like you are defending the work wife. And you are okay with the work wife. Man, we're not okay here. And the woman you talk to, Missy, she's not okay with that. I'm not okay with that. She's not okay with that. And we are in agreement. Ain't no work husband, no work wife thing going on here. We're not doing that. We already had this discussion. We're not talking about she got male friends and I have. No, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. And look, I don't understand, man. As men, we know how some men act, operate, move, and think sometimes. And we don't always think with the one on our shoulders. You got a lot of young dudes out here just trying to get it in. And they just looking for a victim. And that victim could so happens to be your woman, your wife, your significant other. No. You need to have your wife knowing how to shut shit down when it needs to be shut down. Rejecting, turn away, not accepting anything that she don't need to be accepting. And me as a man, I got to do the same for my wife. That's me protecting her, and that's her protecting me. I talked about it Tuesday on King Talk. Protection goes both ways for men and women. Women got to protect the man because they can't be doing these mind games, tricks, playing in these little silly scenarios, bringing drama home to the husbands, causing drama in the relationship. That's part of a woman protection. And just like I have to protect her to make sure she's secure about everything, make sure she doesn't feel a certain type of way. And if she does, then we need to have a conversation so I can make her feel secure, so I could make her feel at ease and she's not feeling some type of way. That's part of my job as the husband. That's part of me protecting her mental. Because let's say at the end of the day, I know we always talk about protection and provisions just strictly on money and fine. It's more than that. Because if a man can't protect your mind when you are going through some things, then that man ain't no good for you, ladies. If that man can't stand up for you physically, all harm and hurt to come in your way, that ain't the man for you, man. And I don't mean always have to throw hands, right? He's got to see all the demons, all the possibilities, all the scenarios, all the traps. He's got to see all of that. He's got to have the foresight to see that And he's got to be able to shut that stuff down. He's got to be able to put that to a stop. He's got to be able to correct that, address that, and deal with those things. And he's not able to do those things for you, ladies. You are wasting your time. That's not the man for you. You just got a warm body that's laying beside you at night and that's giving you the D every once in a while. That's all you got. I'm just saying, man, ladies, you better start evaluating what you got. I'm just saying. Big Ant 11 with the $10 super chat. He comes through. He said, "What up, Hink? And yes, I'm a victim." This dude here, that's my dog. Go to hell, Big Ant 11. You crazy as hell. He said, "I'm a victim." Hot damn it, I'm a victim. Well, let me say this first. Shout out to you for the $10 super chat. You didn't have to, you chose to. And I appreciate the blessings. Thank you, sir. Big Ant 11, you ain't got to take that. Stand up for yourself, brother. Fight back. Oh, shout out to my man Thomas Ford for the $4.99 super chat. He said, "Travel one." Oh, Lord, here we go. "Travel one, wife has to work husband. Hink, please cleanse your chat from all the centuries." Shout out to Thomas for the $4.99 super chat. He didn't have to, he chose to. And I appreciate it, my brother. Thomas, let me say this. Hey, I need it. Let me go to the big screen. No, I'm now, if she was going too far over the edge with some stuff that I've seen in other people's chats, I agree with you. But she's not. Because individuals are like this are needed. We need people like this. Why? Because we need to know how some of these individuals think, how they operate, how they move, and how they carry themselves. So I'm not surprised by what Travel One is saying. I'm not. She said some wild stuff before over here in other people's channels. She's pretty tame over here. She's not too bad. I'm gonna say that. I'm gonna give her credit. She's not too bad. She said some stuff. Yeah, I see it. I check it out. I just laugh at it. Because like I said, we need individuals like it so they can show who they really are and their mindset. Not everybody thinks like us, right? We don't want a bunch of people just think like us. We need devil advocates, right? We need individual who has a different mindset than us. So I don't have no problem with her coming over, sharing what she shared. Let her share. We look at it, we laugh, we keep it going. I don't take it too serious. I'm just saying, Thomas. But I appreciate you, big brother. Right on to you. What did Travel One say? What did she come back with some nonsense? Travel One is for black women working if she choose to. Oh, 47? Who? Oh, 47? Who? Black men vote for wants to remove civil rights? Black women saw this coming. No, DEI will hurt black men the most. Of course, in the marriage, both should be one. Channels who know travel knows travel is not of the male persuasion. That should be obvious. We love Travel One over here. Like I said before, Tom, we need individuals like this so we can see what their mind state is, see what's going on, study them, figure them out, and maybe, just maybe, have a conversation with them and try to convince them to change their ways. And you know, only where it starts to change starts with that man in the mirror or that woman in the mirror. However you have to look at it. Shout out to Michael Jackson. But guys, look here, let me say this. The funny thing about this work husband thing that's really scary to me is these ladies don't see it as disrespect. That's the scary part about it. They don't see this as disrespect. They just see it as just something, you know, that's normal. That's the most scary part about this is. Ladies, if you're married, you got a husband, he a good man, he doing everything he got to do for you, making sure you well taken care of, making sure you good, looking out for your best interests, mentally, emotionally, and physically. Don't disrespect your man like this. Don't buy into this bull crap these ladies are trying to sell. It's a bad investment. Ladies, if you do this, you setting yourself up for failure. Ladies, if you do this, you're setting yourself up for a world of hurt. And if you got a good man, he don't deserve that. I'm just saying, if you got a good man, he don't deserve that. But guys, look here, before I go, I got to make sure I acknowledge my album of the week as well as Funko Pop of the week. Let's go. Shout out to my man, R.I.P. to Tupac Shakur. Album of the week, All Eyes on Me. Funko Pop of the week is Tupac. Guys, you know, I'm going to say it again. Ladies, if you have a good man, don't do that. Don't disrespect that man like that. And fellas, if you got a good woman, don't do that. Don't disrespect your woman like that. I'm just saying, man. It's not the route you should be going. That's not the route you should be going. That's not how you should be operating. And hopefully, that's not what's going on. But guys, with that being said, I just want to let you know I appreciate every last one of you. Hopefully you guys hit the like button. I got to get ready for Wednesday's shenanigans. We're going live at 8:20. We're going to have a good conversation. I can't wait. Definitely make sure y'all check it out. It's going to be on the Little Peep Network. I'll be over shortly, and we're going to talk it up. But as of now, I'm going to get out of here, and I'm going to catch you good peoples on the next one. Right on.